Let's face it, sometimes things happen on the water that you don't have any control over. Sometimes a rod and reel gets kicked in. With the use of the rod guard, you don't have any worries.
With the growing sophistication of fishing tackle, it's now easy to spend $200, $300, even $400 and more on a fishing reel, and just about as much on a good fishing rod. So with that kind of investment in your fishing gear, doesn't it make sense to protect it? Introducing the Rod Guard, a new, easy-to-use product that's like a life jacket for your rod and reel. For BASS Elite Series Pro and two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier Bill Lowen, the Rod Guard is an essential piece of equipment that protects the tools of his trade.
First time I saw the Rod Guard, I was really concerned that it was going to hinder the way I fished. I was concerned that it was going to get in the way with flipping and casting and pitching. And after putting it on my rod and playing with it for a little while, you don't even realize it's on there.
For Rod Guard creator Steve Hall, the inspiration for the Rod Guard came from that sinking feeling you get watching your gear heading to the bottom of the lake.
Basically, my inspiration for coming up with the Rod Guard was I was fishing with my father, and I accidentally kicked over a rod of his. So I got to thinking after that, I was like, I need to figure out some way to keep rods from sinking in the water. And so I basically just started tinkering around with a lot of different things. And one afternoon I was laying on the couch, believe it or not, watching a golf match. And they showed a guy who had a putter, that had a special putter. It had this big old thick foam grip on it. And I was like, that's it. That's how I can make this happen. The original Rod Guard was going to actually be handle length. I was going to use it and put it on the whole handle of a rod. But through a lot of trial and error, we eventually came up with the original Rod Guard that we have today. And it is 4 inches long, 1.5 inches in diameter, and it weighs only 3.2 ounces. So it's very lightweight. It will not interfere with any of your fishing. And it is very simple to apply. You just take some Windex and simply wet the handle. Take your Rod Guard, slide it up on the rod handle, and just take it and spin it around a few times until you get it up to the end, just like that.
The Rod Guard is easy to customize to fit your specific needs and applications.
The Rod Guard can simply be modified to fit any fishing rod that you have. Let me show you one way that I like to use it on my casting rods. Take the Rod Guard, cut it in half, apply it to the front end of my rod in front of my reel. I do this on my casting rods. With your casting rods, you like to do a lot of roll casting. And with roll casting, I always put my hand on the back of the rod. That way it gets the Rod Guard out of your way, moves it to the front of the reel, and once again, you don't even know it's there. Here's one of the things that I really like to do with the Rod Guard. I like to put it on my flipping stick, taper the end just a little bit. What this does, it gives you a nice even transition during your cast. And on the other end of it is, when you do a nice hard hook set, it really protects your side. Not only is the Rod Guard a good product for a professional angler like myself, it's a great product for the whole family. Now when you go to the lake to enjoy a day of fishing, you don't have to worry about losing a rod. The Rod Guard's simply a no-brainer. With the cost of rods and reels today, it doesn't take any time to get $500 or $600 wrapped up in a combo. So why not protect your investment with the Rod Guard?
You can't always control what happens on the water, but you can protect your gear. The Rod Guard, the pro's choice for rod protection. Use it or lose it.